Back on this Friday, we're digging deeper into next year's Springfield school budget approved just last night. Specifically, the dollars set aside for mental health resources. Western Mass News reporter Kristen Burnell getting answers on this funding and other mental health resources in places at other local school districts.
It's a $588 million budget, and we're allocating over $30 million directly to the schools so they can build school-based budgeting plans and they can hire the staff and prioritize the resources as they would like to.
Springfield Public Schools says they're allocating more than $30 million in mental health resources for the 2023-2024 school year.
Patrick Roach is the Chief Financial and Operations Officer in the district. He tells Western Mass News what types of resources this funding will go towards.
School counselors, adjustment counselors, City Connect supports, which is a really exciting program we have. They connect students to services already in the community, such as recreation programs or mental health services in the community.
He says compared to previous years, this is the highest amount of funding the district has set aside for mental health.
We're giving an additional $500 per pupil to every single school to build their school-based budgeting plans. So schools are in the process of doing that right now and determining what their priorities are by building.
This announcement also comes after dozens of students in Springfield asked the school committee to add an additional $4 million into the budget for mental health resources.
This plan was always in the budget prior to the students speaking out.
Western Mass News reached out to several other local school districts to find out the type of funding they have in place dedicated to mental health resources. The Granby superintendent tells us in a statement in part, quote, "We employ 2 school social workers at both of our schools. Our social workers support students and staff in a number of ways, creating social stories for students, helping staff work through students with trauma, being a safe place to discuss challenging topics." He goes on to say, quote, "Beyond that, we partner with the River Valley Counseling Center to provide individual counseling for a number of our students. We, like many other districts, have seen the need for mental health services grow, especially in the past few years." Meanwhile, in Springfield, Roche tells us their district also partners with River Valley Counseling. He also encourages students to speak with their administrators if they want to see the funding go towards something specific.
If there's students that want to see something, they should advocate at their school level if they want to see it in the budget.
Reporting for Western Mass News, I'm Kristen Burnell.